Make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I feel this is what's being learned here. There's a lot of past energy that's either this connection is triggering to learn. This is why it feels so spiritual. Yeah, wow. Past life relationship and wedding. So I feel this is a connection that some of you may have are married, but I really feel this past life energy. You guys were together in another life. This is why this is not going to be a read for just anybody, honestly. This is a real deep, profound energy. So let go of control issue and retreat. So this time apart is to release a lot of hardwire programming, you know. Yeah. Yep. Reconciliation. So for this to reconcile, it all depends what you're attracting. Yep. And heart to heart conversation. So it's almost like the soul is preparing to align to releasing. And it's almost like if you guys come together, because the reason I say if is that sometimes when these deep connections trigger us and take us to this, you know, what they call the dark night of the soul, or just diving deep into our soul, sometimes it takes us to a path of learning something about ourselves that, you know what, this person taught me these things, and the silver lining here is I want to treat myself better, or whatever the case may be. Or maybe something that maybe I'm not as aligned to this connection as I thought I was, right? And a lot of this control has to do with the unknown, and also not necessarily being comfortable to where we're at. So let's see some spiritual oracle deck. I don't normally pull for love reads for these, but this one I will, because I feel like this is a soul journey. There's something the spirit is going through. Let's see what else for Aquarius. Yeah, wow. Practice positivity. There we go. Be mindful of the tendency towards negative self-talk and other limiting behaviors that can keep you stagnant and energetically depleted. This is what I'm saying. This is what this control issue. There's something that is causing a repeated pattern here, keeping the programming of love or the heart space, right, to allow yourself to come together with a person. And it's keeping, there's an energy of stagnation here. We have liberation. Yep. Break free. Break the chains of addictions, restrictions, or other impediments. It begins with freedom of choice. And this is also for those of you who I feel that may come to this conclusion that maybe you weren't as aligned. This is a sense of freedom too, because now you found a freedom of choice with this new understanding about you and soul connection. Yeah. You are connected with someone who will play a significant role in your soul's evolution, whether short or long term. This is what I'm saying. This is, Aquarius, this is something where you are meant to meet this person. It doesn't matter the duration of this connection, right? Whether short or long term, this person is important to your journey. Your journey of your soul is finding a new way. And this make the effort has a lot to do with finding yourself, right? Your freedom. It begins with freedom of choice, right? Letting go a lot of breaking chains on old stuff, positive self-talk, your self-talk, what you've been telling yourself, you know. So there's a lot of, I feel high priestess energy as well. So that's a lot of spiritual, like alone time. So give me more on this energy for Aquarius spirit. Okay, we're going to keep that. So there goes the Seven of Swords. This is a journey. There's a lot of deception and illusions being faded away here. We have the throat chakra, and this is, for me, always I associate this card with the Ace of Swords. But number 5, which represents change. This is a waiting game, so this is about choices. Two of Wands, right? Spirit is saying this is about your freedom. So you have a choice, right? To break the chains of addictions, restrictions, or other impediments. It begins with freedom of choice. This choice is going to really free you. We got Emperor energy here with Aries. For some of you, this could be your soulmate, Aries energy, but it could also be triggering masculine energy within yourself. It could also be it's this control. So probably a lot of this energy comes with the control. And here goes Sagittarius energy with Temperance. So patience, time is of the essence here, and this is something that you're learning. Get rid of the throat chakra. So this is the truth, basically. A lot of it has to do with how you're positive, right? Practice positivity. Be mindful of the tendency towards negative self-talk. So what is the self-talk or limiting behaviors that really positions you in repeated patterns with connections? Get more of this throat chakra. 10 of Wands. So definitely needing to release, tell the truth. And the 10 of Wands represents the soul. So the soul is burdened and it's wanting to free itself. That's why break the chains, right? We're talking about breaking the chains. Yep. 2 of Cups, to a new form or a new version. This will free yourself. The truth will free yourself. Your version of relationships, honesty to the connection. This will teach you how honest you've been to the relationship or any future relationship, how you're going to go about it. Game on this 2 of Wands. Why the waiting game here? So this is obviously the choice. Of course, Ace of Swords. Yeah. That's what I said. Throat chakra to me speaks of Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords is a choice of truth. So Spirit is saying you have a choice of truth. This is integrity. You know, you're going to find yourself in this. It really is a freedom. You know, it's a dropping of the 10 of Swords. So it's a mental freedom. And this is definitely a choice of truth here. So give me more on this Emperor energy. So definitely a controlling energy with the 5 of Swords with this Emperor. Needing to surrender. There's this constant battle with competing or feeling like wanting to win, right? 5 of Swords, it's like with the Emperor, I feel this controlling energy of needing to always be right also. Needing to be right, needing to win, needing to... I just really feel strong energy of needing to be right. So let me get more on this 5 of Swords. I just heard you're lying to yourself. So someone's lying to themselves. Yep, 2 of Cups. Need to be right. There goes the High Priestess. This is definitely a strong connection. And it's definitely a soulmate connection. It is spiritually making you go within. When the High Priestess, and this is a spiritual connection that teaches you about you. These are 2 twos. 2 of Cups. High Priestess represents 2. Duality. The silver lining of the yin and yang. This is a reflection. This is a mirror right now. And learning to release control, balancing your masculine energy. There's a strong masculine energy here that always needs to win. And that is overpowering the heart space, which is feminine energy. So let's see what Temperance is trying to teach us, because this is definitely a lesson. Why the patience here? Why Temperance? And there goes the 10 of Swords. So like we said, this 10 of Swords, this is where your path is to integrity. So you've got to give this time, because over time you're going to see where you're stagnant at. This is where you decide to break the chains, and this is also divine intervention. Right? So here, this is where the making the effort comes in. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Divine is trying to tell you what you need to take, because it's 2 10s here. This isn't an energy of being happy, clearly. This is an energy of feeling a bit defeated, but also a desire to conquer, but not knowing how. And that's strongly where this control is. So let's get something on this let go of control issue. Spirit, give me more on this let go of control issue. Death. Yep. So this is for you to change, or whoever's watching. This energy requires an ego death. This is why I feel someone here may be going through a dark night of the soul. Again, soul connections can help you like do that. Some of you are in twin flame probably. And twin flame for me is always not the most popular opinion, because obviously you wouldn't get any views if this was to get out. But twin flame journey is an ascension vehicle. Basically, it's your enlightenment, is your ascension to source, back home to yourself, your authenticity. And so this always will come back to your twin. That's the whole point of a twin soul. The soul is you, your mirror soul of reflection of you, authenticity, which will trigger a lot of things. And that's exactly what the Ace of Swords is for me. It's authenticity, is integrity, meeting yourself. And this connection is definitely guiding you both to a version. And this may not result in union for some of you. That's why Spirit is saying it's whether short or long term, this person is important to your journey. That's the silver lining. Seeing the importance, not the attachment. The purpose of the soul is to learn detachment. Not to be attached to this 3D life, right? We're really souls. So, okay, let's see what the blockages are here. Yep, wisdom. Trauma has given you perspective and wisdom to assist others. So all this is perspective and wisdom. You're learning so much. There's a lot to be gained here, Aquarius. And you guys are the oldest of the air signs. So you know what I'm talking about. There's a maturity in being born as an Aquarius sun. There's a maturity in that soul signature, that soul imprint. So you're going to be able to help others, and also it just wisens you up, and it's just I just see a new beautiful version of yourself here. And you're going to adopt a new way of loving. And that's why, I mean, you have Two of Cups twice in on your read. So you're going to learn how to make love, not war, right? In this deck, the Two of Cups says, make love, not war. And you're going to learn a new version of opening yourself up to love, and also seeing the silver lining again. I always feel that that's important. So let's see what the lesson is for you, Aquarius. What's the lesson for Aquarius, Spirit? Beautiful. Look at that. New beginnings. Letting go, change, time to move forward, risk and opportunities. There we go. Time to move forward. And this is, you know, Ace of Swords, you're going to take is a decision to take a risk, to make a change in your life. And it's just a new version of yourself that you're going to live out, which I think is such a blessing. All right, let's see what other guidance for you. Self-care. You can only take care of others if you first take care of you. Revitalize yourself and bring you back to your power, and let others be inspired to do the same. Lead by example. You see how Spirit is telling you that what you're going to learn in this time, right? When this retreat, this separation from this soulmate, this soul that has come to catalyze you to change, is letting you get wisdom to see here, wisdom to assist others. And here you're being leading by example. You're going to inspire. Your story will be inspirational. You know, some of you are just going to get up and go. Like this death energy, this transformation, that you're going to find this freedom, right? Because this death of control, which means liberation here, Aquarius, is true. It's a newfound freedom is what I'm saying. So I love you, Aquarius. Please like, share, subscribe.